guys, welcome to the Java Swing series. So in this very first video we shall be introduced to the various concepts that we shall be dealing in this entire video series. So as an initial step we can look at what is exactly Swing. So Swing is a graphical user interface widget toolkit for Java. It is part of Oracle's Java Foundation Classes or JFC, an API or application programming interface for providing a graphical user interface for Java programs. Swing was developed to provide a more sophisticated set of GUI components than the earlier Abstract Window Toolkit or AWT. So to sum it up, Swing is a graphical user interface from Java, which simplifies our task of making the graphical user interface applications. That means everything is pre-written and our job is to just use it wherever required. So now, which one do you prefer? A console program that programs in which the outputs are displayed in those black windows, or technically speaking the command prompt, or a graphical user interface window where the user can interact with mouse clicks and clicking on button, and that gives them the output. In this case, the user is asked to enter his name, and if you consider the first program, it's basically a console program, and where the user has to type in his name in those black screen, which is really not appealing to the user. But in the second case, even though the windows looks ugly, it is more attractive. I don't say that it is really looking awesome, but it is comparatively attractive than those basic console programs, since it's a graphical user interface where the user can click those buttons, and that provides the user more interaction. I hope that you got what I meant. So now let's look at what are the prerequisites for this entire video series. So the first of all, prior programming experience, especially in Java. Familiarity with the basic constructs like the if-else conditions, the for loops, and functions, stuffs like that. So then we are having the other prerequisites. So of course you must have the JDK and any IDE installed. You can use any IDE as per your personal choice of preference, but in this entire video series I'll be using the IntelliJ IDE from the JetBrains. So if you want to follow along with me, you can use either IntelliJ or any other IDE as per your preference, such as the NetBeans or BlueJ or any others, Eclipse or something as may you wish. So the next one, the familiarity with the object-oriented principles, which is the core in this video series. So I hope that if you're following up this series, you will be already familiar with those object-oriented principles and stuffs like that. And by the object-oriented principles, I meant concepts like classes and objects, instantiating objects, how to use the new operator to instantiate an object of a particular class. And then we have the inheritance, the stuff like extending from classes and implementing from interfaces, etc. Then we have the constructors. Constructors are methods that automatically gets called when a class is instantiated or an object is created from a class. And then we are having the method overriding, which is the concept in which the class which inherits the method of its main parent class overrides the method what is written in the main class. It just overrides the method and just uses it for another purpose. Which just means that we have two classes. One class extends the parent class, and we have the subclass. And the subclass and both the classes have the methods with same names, but which performs different functions. But there's no need to explain this stuff because this is already basic stuff and already known to you. But just for sake of this video, I gave a brief explanation there. I hope that you will be familiar with those topics, and patience is at most important, and also the dedication of mind and stuffs like that. These are the prerequisites. Now let's have a look at the general structure of these codes, which we are going to be familiarize ourselves in all those following videos that are going to come up. So first of all, we are having three import statements. So as you can see, we have the three import statements. We have to import the string framework, the abstract window toolkit, and the third one is for event handling. There's no orders significance for these three statements. You can use them anywhere, but it should be the top of it should be the first three codes. We can mix it up any way you need. and I would suggest you to by heart those 3 import statements. That's fairly simple. And then we are having a class any name. For the sake of this video, I have named it as GUI, which makes more sense, and it should extend the JFrame class, so it has got all the properties and methods that the JFrame class has. And then we have the constructor. As I have mentioned earlier, constructor is a method that automatically gets called when an object is instantiated from this particular class. So then we are having the optional class, that is the event. We can name it as anything as required. It should implement the action listener interface. So this is an optional class, and it also has an action performed method that is present in the action listener interface, and this class is overriding the action performed method, and it takes an object of action event and the action to be performed. So event handling will be discussed in the further videos, and for the sake of this video, event handling is just those things that when you click on a button, what should happen and stuff like that. The word is self-explanatory actually, event handling, and so this part is just optional. If you code for the very first few videos, we'll be discussing about the basic, just like buttons, labels, and we will not be covering those event handling. So we'll not be using this part. But while after a few videos, when we are jumping into the event handling, we will need this class. So make sure that you learn them as well. So finally, we are having the main method where we are instantiating the main class, instantiating the GUI class. So GUI equals new GUI. Seems confusing, but I have changed the case, and I hope that you can understand it. Just instantiating a simple class, and that codes the constructor, and everything happens from thereafter. I hope that you'll be familiarized with it. Now we shall learn how to create a basic window without any user interface widgets. That means without any buttons, labels, and stuff like that. In the next tutorial, in the very next tutorial, we shall be creating a basic window, almost similar to this, but not this exactly, with those minimize button, those maximize button, and those close button. And we can close the window, we can resize the window, we can specify the size and I meant the height and width of the window, and that's it. In the very first video, we shall be starting it. And so I would like to take this opportunity to thank you for showing interest in me, and I can promise you that it will be a wonderful experience. And make sure that you subscribe to this channel, and also hit that bell icon next to the subscribe button to get notified whenever I upload any video. You'll be notified. And that's it for this video, and stay tuned for the upcoming videos.